I'm Michael Bain, and welcome to Triggered, coming to you from the secret hidden bunker in the Rocky Mountains here in the Colorado Reich. And this week I want to show you a new gun in the Stoeger STR line. Now I saw this at the SHOT Show, and I've finally been able to get one. It's so new I haven't had a chance to take it to the range. In fact, the people at the gun shop said, hey, where did that come from? We're not familiar with that model. It is the Stoeger STR9 Combat XS. Now, if you remember, we started out with the 9S Combat, and this is a gun I had at Gunsight. Great shooting gun. I put a lot of rounds through it. Super gun. Obviously, longer barrel for suppressor. Then, a couple of years ago, Stoeger brought out this model. This is a Combat X, and specifically was built for European police and military trials. This gun will run 10,000 rounds at a time. That was the spec on it. It's a nitrided barrel, a little bit of a harder barrel, a little bit of a longer frame, like wider locking blocks, had double ambidextrous slide release. Also, no finger grooves, which again, I don't care. Excellent. And now we have this guy, which is the Combat XS, set up for a suppressor, which I should be able to show you that very soon. Fits your hand perfect. It comes with 3 magazines, 2 20-rounders if you live in the United States, and 1 17. If you live here in the Reich, you get a 10-rounder. You can also get a 15-rounder. Wow, the Reich is sure nice to us, isn't it? But this X has been my go-to gun now for a year. It's the gun I demo with. It's the gun I have on the range with me when I have people on the range. I can't wait to shoot this. A little bit of change in styling on the slide. A little bit easier to grip as well. Great bronze color. I think it's just super. All in all, the sights are a little bit higher because, you know, again, it's gun for a suppressor. So it's suppressor height sights, which means it's going to co-witness with a red dot that fits any one of these mini plates that comes with it. Also, the 2 interchangeable back straps. And, interestingly enough, a holster. You know, like it's a little paddle holster. You say, is it the best holster in the world? No, but it's a holster, which is something else you don't have to pay for. So, we'll be shooting this a bunch in the next couple of weeks. I really like this gun. I really like the way Stoeger has moved forward with this line as opposed to jumping around. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about Hunter's HD Gold, dying Easter eggs, and why shooting glasses matters so much.
You know the RIA 5.0 packs radically new innovations, but we didn't stop there. Introducing the RIA 5.0E. The E stands for enhanced, as in new optics cuts and plates. The updated barrel is crafted with improved materials and slide geometry. The look and feel is also enhanced. Plus, new lightning cuts show off the updated match-grade barrel. Experience the enhanced RIA 5.0E today.
When Brian Conley inherited a bunch of guns, he thought, well, maybe I ought to go hunting. And then he thought, I really need some shooting glasses, which was kind of handy since his wife owned a lens company. So Brian began a search that ended with Hunter's HD Gold.
I did it. I started everything because I wanted to make myself a pair of lenses to go hunt with. It was one of those things, I had no idea that shooting sports even existed. It wasn't on my radar. When you can make something for yourself and, okay, I've got it right, everything's great, you don't think at the beginning that other people may want it because you just did this for yourself. But to come to find out that so many people were in the need for advanced shooting lenses, then I just walked into it and never looked back.
We're not a frame company, we're a wholesale lab that we make lenses. We also have lenses we make for other doctors' offices.
So what's your turnaround on them?
We get them out within 2 to 3 working days. This little block that we were talking about put on it, and this is done by the machine sitting here, and what it does is it will put melted alloy in between the lens and this block so that the generator has something to hold on to for the blades to cut the prescription. The generator has 3 diamond head blades, so what it's going to do is cut the different curves and different layers of the lens, which is what's going to actually create the prescription. Each tray has got a barcode on it, so when the generator scans the barcode, it lets it know exactly what the prescription is and what needs to be cut into the lens. And so then whenever it comes out, then it's still going to have like a frosty look, so it will get polished back out clear. Yes, sir. Now it will go into a polisher to get that polish back out clear.
So if you can hear, these noisy things right here are doing all the polishing. And this is what's going to go ahead and make it a perfectly clear lens.
Yes, sir. It will. On the bottom is the lens, and then on top is this polishing pad. And there's two sprays that are spraying the polish on it so that it can polish it back out. So this is where, once it's polished, then it will come over here, and the blocks here will be knocked off, and then you can see we've got another clear lens that's ready to have coatings and color put to it. These frames have to have notches for the lens to snap in, so the machine here has blades on it that are like little drill bits that are going to cut this shape out and put the notches in so that it will fit into the frame.
This week's Triggered is brought to you by Hunters HD Gold. They change so you don't have to. MTM Case Guard, quality shooting sports accessories. And Luth AR. Are you ready? Genuine US-made AR parts.
This part of it is where we're doing the Hunters HD Gold, the ruby, and the active blue colors. So it's pretty much like dyeing eggs at Easter. You put them in the little holders, they go into the tent, and the longer you leave them in there, the darker they'll get.
And I started reading about medical dyes, and the medical dye we use for Hunters HD Gold is a true medical dye that's used to treat SAD, seasonal affective disorder, up in North America. So it recreates daylight in crazy situations where there's not a lot of sun year-round. To be able to take a lens medical dye that we use for that to help bring in more light in the morning, because they actually give you 30 minutes more light in the morning and 30 minutes more light in the evening, and that's usually your hunting hours. Medical dyes is where, you know, we've taken everything to the next level to make sure eye health and everything is really considered, because you can wear Hunters HD Gold all the time. I haven't wore clear lenses, and I wear a prescription. I haven't wore clear lenses in 7 years. I wear Hunters HD Gold for everything. I like to educate people. They get to try it before they buy it. Even on the prescription side, I actually make your prescription up front, and you get to try your prescription before you buy it. Nobody does that. My wife thought I was crazy because she goes, "We got doctors that don't pay their bills." I said, "Gun people are not doctors." And now she's like, "I can't believe it worked." And it's just, she's put a lot of trust in me with her business that her mother started in 1977. I'm involved in 16 different shooting sports throughout the United States and the world. And this year, we've grown up. We've put over $2.5 million in certificates, prizes, cash, product, and everything else back into the shooting sports just this year alone. And we've sponsored over 520 matches so far this year. And it's just around the middle of October, and I just got more requests today for some matches in November and December. So we're still sponsoring through the end of the year. And the best thing, I made it easy for match directors to get sponsorships. All they got to do is go to the Hunters HD Gold website, fill out the form sponsorship inquiries. It tells me everything I need to know, and I'll send stuff to help sponsor your match. As you can see, there's so much that goes into a lens for what we do here at Optical Prescription Lab, where we make Hunters HD Gold lenses. It's not just something you just grab off a shelf and then send it out to somebody. There's a major manufacturing process that goes through every single lens we make, because each lens is made one at a time. And to be able to do that and have the quality that we do, to be able to pass that on to the consumer, I always tell people all the time, there's a lot of great frame companies out there, but we're making lenses, and that's kind of what we do.
I think most of us figured out early on, those of us involved in the shooting sports, that there was more to shooting glasses than just the $3.99 ones you got at the hardware store and then threw away after the match. But I've been wearing these glasses for a long time. I think this frame fits me. I don't know. Maybe if you could like look really closely and say, you know, it really highlights your face, Michael. You look more like an idiot than normal. Hunters HD Go, they work. I'm Michael Bain. This is Triggered. Everything we talk about here, there's links. michaelbain.tv. You can see us on YouTube. You can see us on Rumble. You can see us on X, and of course, always at michaelbain.tv. We will see you next week.